in the minds of young people that we can do way more than we think we can with regards to agricultural production in this territory. The fact that we import 98% of our foods is a very sad, it's a sad thing for us to deal with, and we can and we must and we can turn the corner with respect to agriculture in our territory. And that is one of the big initiatives that I hope to continue to press, continue to pursue during my 2 years in office. We have approximately 300 young people signed up for this initiative. 300. And of course, you had senior citizens, adults who were a little mad at me because, what is this just for young people? We want a challenge for us. So hold on, we have phase 2 of this initiative where we're going to have a garden in every home challenge. And we are saying, whether you live in a condominium with no yard, or whether you live on 10 acres, we don't care. You can participate in this initiative. We can do way more than we think we can. We're going to do community gardens. Second initiative is going to be the Garden in Every Home Challenge, and that will start in September of this year. And we look forward to sending you that information on how you can get involved. We're going to have a best hydroponics garden. We're going to have a best community garden initiative, and we're even going to have a best boat garden initiative. So we're not excluding anyone. We're not excluding anyone in this initiative. We want to jumpstart agriculture. The School of Agriculture started at UVI at just the right time, and I applaud Dr. Hall, Dr. Peterson, the new dean, for deciding to prioritize agriculture. And I think that the forces in this community right now are all aligned for us to do some tremendous things with regards to agriculture. Even Wayne Biggs of the EDA, their Vision 2040 plan has a big component that focuses on agriculture. So I know I'm saying a lot about agriculture because I think it's the key for us to diversify our economy. It is a key to us having a healthy, wholesome life that is disease-free. And so you're going to hear a lot more from me, from this office, from my team with regards to agriculture in the weeks and months to come. I'm going to shift gears a little bit now and talk about my oversight responsibility as a member of the Senate. That is one of our primary functions. And as a senator, as your senator, I take my oversight responsibility of the executive branch agencies very seriously. But I want to make it clear that oversight does not mean that you run a government agency, okay? It doesn't mean that you run, because you have oversight over agriculture, that you run agriculture or EDA or IRB, or Department of Education. But it is my focus. My focus will be on allowing the subject matter experts, who are the department heads, the people who we conform to head these agencies, to give them an opportunity to lead. Now, okay, we're saying we're giving them an opportunity to lead. We also have a responsibility to ensure that they are leading in the right way, that they are accomplishing things, that the funds that they're given, the appropriations to run the department, are being appropriately and effectively utilized. And we have a responsibility to challenge them, to ask them for clarification, to probe, etc., as to what they're doing to make their department function effectively on behalf of the people of the Virgin Islands. It's ultimately the people's money. But I think that Asking probing questions is one thing. It's important, it's positive, it's constructive. My thinking is, my question is to determine, to develop a positive way forward, a solutions-oriented way forward. That's the reason for asking question. It's not my job to ridicule, to embarrass, to frustrate any testifiers, because ultimately that approach yields nothing but pushback, resistance, and negative energy. I know. I have served, I've been there on the other side. I've served as an agency head. I ran the division of personnel for a number of years. And it is important for us to allow department heads to lead, to create a joint environment where we are working together in a solutions-oriented manner to solve problems. I don't want you to hide anything from me. My goal is, let us sit down and determine how we can best work collaboratively to solve problems in the United States Virgin Islands. You hired me to be deliberative, to be thoughtful, to be solutions-oriented. That is how I intend to approach my job when it comes to my oversight responsibility of cabinet-level agencies. Okay, so I pledge to ensure that you're not going to get a whole lot of rah-rah from me. So if that, floats your boat, then your boat might sink. But I am going to be clear. I am going to ask probing questions. I am going to ask for clarification. And I'm going to ask, how can the Virgin Islands legislature work with you to run an effective department? We're talking about the people's funds. Okay? So that is the way that I look at our oversight responsibilities. Looking ahead, thus far, my staff, we have submitted, I would say, approximately 20 drafting requests to the Office of Legal Counsel. A number of these initiatives, while I was on the campaign trail, the Family Redemption Act was a big part of what we were pushing. And it still is a big part of what I am pushing, or we are pushing today. As the family goes, so goes the United States Virgin Islands. A lot of the crime that we're seeing on the streets today is a manifestation of families in crisis. I firmly believe that today we can't legislate our way out of crime. We simply can't. We're going to need to have engagement of citizens in this community. One of the big initiatives, one of the very first initiatives that will be under the Family Redemption Act umbrella, because we're going to have a series of bite-sized legislations, pieces of legislation, all centered around improving the quality of Virgin Islands families, strengthening the Virgin Islands families. But we have the Responsible Fatherhood Act of 2021. It has been printed. It is what we like to say, it has come out on blue from legal counsel. It will be assigned to committees very soon. The Fatherhood Initiative will focus on improving the financial and emotional involvement of fathers in the lives of their children. 90+% of the persons who are engaged in the criminal justice system are persons who are coming from environments where their fathers have been absent. Fathers are not present. And this initiative will specifically focus on initiatives targeting families that are in crisis, bringing families in a positive and a constructive manner together, engaging families, teaching families how to be engaged, how to be a positive and constructive father and role model. This will turn the corner in our community positively, and I hope to get your support along the way with regards to that initiative, the Responsible Fatherhood Act of 2021, that will be before this body very soon. We have put in initiatives or bill requests for tax credits for businesses who provide second chance opportunities for convicted felons. Convicted felons who have done their time and paid their debts to society, rather than just ostracizing them from the community. We are bringing them in, engaging them, giving them gainful employment, and we are going to incentivize businesses who are willing to take a chance. And it is something that my colleagues, a number of my colleagues, have supported. So I think that this initiative and initiatives of this nature will go a long way through the legislature. We have an initiative that is going to be focusing on diabetes. We want to have a territorial diabetes reduction plan in the territory. We want to reduce diabetes by 35 or 40%. Diabetes, type 2 diabetes, is completely preventable with dietary adjustments and the like. We can do a lot more. Visiting your physicians on a regular basis, it is something that we will engage the health centers, Department of Health, Frederickstead Health Center, Eastern Medical Center, Roy Schneider Hospital, physicians. We're going to get everybody involved in doing an outward assault on diabetes. It is a killer. Too many Virgin Islanders are losing their limbs. Too many of our brothers and sisters, fathers and mothers and friends are losing their limbs to this dreaded disease. And we're going to have a frontal assault against diabetes. We've also identified some other initiatives in the area of agriculture. We've identified some property on the eastern end of the island. We've put in a bill request to transfer 12.5 acres of land for community gardening initiatives. Healthy, wholesome living is the key to our survival, is the key to diabetes reduction. This bill will transfer the land over to the government of Virgin Islands, either the Department of Agriculture or the University of the Virgin Islands, to develop, and to the farmers themselves. It's going to be a farmers initiative to help to increase and improve the availability of fresh produce in the Virgin Islands. That is a very exciting project that we are looking forward to. We are also going to do a very powerful initiative. I was hesitating as to whether or not I was going to bring this out today, but I decided why not. We are going to do a very, very powerful initiative focusing on developing a comprehensive financial and economic development program for young people in the territory, focusing on financial literacy, budgeting, investment 101, yes, investing in the stock market, and real estate development. The goal is to really change the trajectory of young people in our territory. The only people who did well on the COVID-19 are folks who were involved in the stock market. It is something that our young people need to be exposed to. They need to understand the importance of credit worthiness, credit scores. They need to know it, not when after they've graduated high school and they're thrust into the world of work and they don't understand how to balance a checkbook. They need to learn it right now, okay? When they're in elementary school, junior high school, before they graduate high school. So we have a real powerful vision to empower Virgin Islanders, give them the tools. Once we know, once we are empowered, once we receive information, Virgin Islands youth soar. So we are going to really focus on improving the financial literacy of all Virgin Islanders. In conclusion, my vision, our vision, is to facilitate common sense solutions that will produce generations of happy, healthy, economically empowered Virgin Islanders. My friends, I want to thank you very much for all that you do on behalf of my initiatives. I am your voice. You know how to contact me with your ideas. We want to do all that we can to improve the quality of life in this territory. Thank you very much. Oh, before I go, I think we're going to be taking some questions and answers, a few questions before we leave. And we are also going to have, and I want to really express this to the Tutu folks, we're going to have our very first kickoff town hall meetings, starting with the Tutu area very early this summer. We're going to have the information out there. You're going to hear it on social media, on the radio, on TV. Come with your questions, come with your suggestions, come with your concerns and ideas. And we will be here to assist you in every way that we can. You're my boss, so give me your instructions and I will follow. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, I see the first question of the night, which is, what are some future goals, projects, etc., for your next 100 days in office? Well, I hope that within the next 100 days when I come back, I'll be telling you that we were able to pass some of our Family Redemption Act initiatives, starting with the Responsible Fatherhood Act of 2021. I hope that we will be able to talk to you about the second phase of our Plant a Seed challenge, where we're going to be focusing on building more and more community gardens in our territory so we can have more fresh fruit and vegetables in our territory. I hope to work with my colleagues to address the issue of the government employees retirement system. I know I didn't mention anything about that. I am on the GRS subcommittee. It's being chaired by the Honorable Kurt VLA. We had a very effective meeting, I thought. My recommendation to my colleagues was that we have a brainstorming session with all the key stakeholders. We were able to do something close to that a couple weeks ago. We met with the GRS. I thought it was effective. Senator VLA headed that meeting. We had the GRS actuaries, their consultants, Mr. Nibbs, their team, their attorneys, the board chair, Mr. Bori, my colleagues, and we were able, I think, to have a real solid sit-down, focused. Everybody was on the same page. There was no blaming involved, and I think we set the framework for something really meaningful. So I'm going to reserve, bringing anything specific as to what we discussed at that time, but rest assured that we are addressing the issue of the government employees retirement system. That's the big elephant in the room. So those are some of the things that I hope that we can address in the next 100 days. So you see me looking at my phone. Some of the questions that are coming in are being routed through my phone. Has the first 100 days lived up to your expectations? That's a very good question. I've been, when people have been asking me about that, I've been telling them, hold off until June. Ask me the question in June and I'll give you a full comprehensive answer. But I would say that it has. It has. I mean, I think I've expected that I will be working with colleagues who are who have similar goals in mind, who are willing to work together cohesively to arrive at solutions. My experience for the first 100 days or so is that my colleagues want to turn things around. We're looking for solutions, and they're supportive of solutions irrespective of who are bringing them to the table. So I would have to say it has lived up to expectation. It is a hard job. You are working around the clock, but it is what I signed up for. It is what I love, making a difference in this community, the community that has molded and shaped me to become who I am today, and it is an honor to be able to give something back to the people of the Virgin Islands. I love this place more than any place else in the world. The next question: has the learning curve been as steep as you expected? There is a learning curve here in the Senate, particularly in managing rules. I must say that unlike what you may think, senators are willing to help. And I have, fortunately, on my rules committee, a few veterans who have been there before, who have chaired rules. Have my vice chair, the Honorable Kenneth Gittins, has been, very, very helpful in the process, offering advice and suggestion. The Honorable Novell Francis. These are two awesome individuals who are willing to help and offer suggestions. So I think that with the assistance and the suggestions, and you make mistakes along the way, for sure I have made my share, but the key is don't make the same mistake twice, and mistakes are powerful tools for growth and learning. So I embrace mistakes along the way. So yeah, there definitely is a learning curve. The final question, and okay, yes, and absolutely, additionally, I want to commend another chair of the Rules Committee who was also very instrumental in lending a hand, Senator the Honorable Janelle Sorrow and her team, top-notch individuals who have made themselves accessible and available to assist, to lend a hand. So my experience here, my colleagues, has been a fairly positive one. I look forward to the next 100 days and be honest with you every time. So in the next 100 days, if things have changed, for sure, I will let you know. But thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for all that you do. Thank you for your support. See you along the way. See you for sure, same place, same station, for a second 100-day report. God bless you all.